different.
Class is the greatest. That's where real expansion of your mind and talents can be found. Turn on. Tune out of the rat race and its square problems. And tune in on real self-knowledge and creative power.
Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, the Jedi Brandon Kenobi, and today we're going to be talking about Predator. This film is probably the greatest science fiction action movie of all time, which came out in 1987 and directed by John McTiernan and also produced by Joel Silver, Lawrence Gordon, and John Davis. This movie came out in the good old days. Back in those days when you had to make your movie right the first time. This film had a budget of $18 million, and I'm sure that you've already noticed. This movie stars Arnold Schwarzenegger. And not just Arnold. They couldn't make a movie like this without giving him some of the greatest action hero actors to co-star alongside him in this movie. I'm talking about actors like Carl Weathers, Mr. Action Jackson himself, which most people will remember his role from Rocky as Apollo Creed. But this movie even stars Jesse Ventura, and this isn't his first rodeo. In this same year, he also co-starred in another movie with Arnold called The Running Man. I'm telling you, this movie has everybody. Sonny Landon, Richard Chavez, and Shane Black. He directed the 2018 Predator movie. And I almost forgot to mention, this movie even has Bill Duke. And I guess it doesn't matter which movie universe he's in, because anytime he's in Arnold Schwarzenegger's movies, he gets fucked up. This movie is the definition of catching lightning in a bottle, because we all know lightning never strikes the same spot twice. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I completely hated the sequels and spin-offs. Predator 2, AVP Requiem, Predators, Prey. I actually didn't like Prey. I watched that once and never wanted to watch it again. It had one of the worst betrayals of a predator that I've ever seen. He didn't move like a predator, and he didn't act like a predator. I mean, Yautjas are supposed to be warriors and great hunters, but this one seemed like an idiot. But anyways, The Predator, I give those movies a little bit of credit for trying to bring something new to the table. But are any of those movies better than the original? Hell no. They don't even come close. This movie still holds up if you watch it today. This movie was an original idea. This movie spawned off a multitude of video games and comic books. I mean, this movie created a whole genre of films. I would actually argue that this is the greatest film that Arnold's ever made. And no, I haven't forgotten about Terminator or Conan or all the other classics that Arnold has made. But this film is just different. Different like I've seen this film once and then I've never seen it again. And not even in a bad way. I'm just saying all those sequels they did after this movie never could recreate the magic that this movie captured. This movie is absolutely amazing. And Arnold gives one of his greatest performances in it. I think he was preparing himself when he did the Commando movie, and then he took it to the next level. You take a movie like Commando, and then you add in the sci-fi, which created this freak of nature that we all know as Predator. 1987. But I've given you enough info about Predator. 1987. So I figured I should get into the movie and tell you what it's all about. This story's about Major Dutch Schaefer and his team of elite commandos getting recruited by the government to take on a top secret mission, a rescue mission. At least that's what he's been told. But he soon finds out that there is nothing ordinary about this at all. In fact, what was supposed to be a quick in and out ends up turning into a fight for his life and puts his true survival skills to the test. Not only does this movie deliver on the action, but it also delivers on the sci-fi. And I gotta say this, the alien creature in the movie known as the Predator is probably one of the greatest science fiction characters ever created. Not only does he look cool, but the way he moves is cool. And he's stealthy and powerful and equipped with advanced technology. And not just any technology, the weaponry that he has at his disposal gives the Predator thermal vision, which makes it nearly impossible for you to even hide from him. And he also has a unique camouflage, which helps him blend in with his surroundings. And it makes it possible for him to hide from you. And with that, plus his projectile weapons, creates the ultimate hunter. The way it takes down his prey with precision and strategy is just mind-blowing. And with this Predator being the ultimate hunter looking for the ultimate prey, Dutch Schaefer becomes the ultimate prize. And throughout the movie, Dutch displays his strength, resourcefulness, and determination as he faces off against the deadly Predator. But this Predator lives for the hunt. He lives for the challenge. And when this great hunter realizes that Dutch's team of elite commandos are the best of the best, the Predator won't stop until it hunts each and every one of them down. This movie's filled with non-stop action, from start to finish. And this would not be a complete Jedi review if I don't tell you my favorite scene in the movie. And there's multiple classic scenes in this movie that stand out to me. But if I had to just choose one, it would be towards the end of the movie, where Dutch loses everything. His men are gone, and he's got no weapons. And the only thing he has to rely upon are his true survival skills. And instead of running away, the hunted becomes the hunter. This is a classic action film that showcases Arnold Schwarzenegger's iconic presence on the screen. And not just him. This movie wouldn't be what it is today without the actor Kevin Peter Hall. His portrayal of the Predator is probably the most memorable part of this movie. He makes the Predator feel otherworldly and dangerous, but he gives the Predator a sense of coolness, like you want to see the Predator win at the end of the day. And with that, you create the perfect antagonist, or at least one that I will never forget. And if I had to only pick one part of the soundtrack that was my favorite, I wouldn't be able to, because this entire soundtrack is amazing. Every song they play fits the tone for each scene, and it makes you feel like you're right there with those characters the whole time. This movie is a 10 out of 10, and those are just a few examples of what makes this movie so good. So I hope now I've convinced you on why this is the greatest science fiction action movie of all time, and I do recommend it. And if you haven't seen it, go watch it right now if possible. But that's all I got for today. If you like the review and you enjoy the information, please hit the like and subscribe button, and I will be here next time with more movie news reviews.
Tune in on real self-knowledge and creative power.